Warning: this podcast may contain explicit content. Parental approval advised. Hello everyone, welcome to Speed Limit Podcast. And this episode is brought to you by Daily Deviate, our number one newspaper in Deviate Delight server. Please visit their website at dailydeviate.com. That's dailydeviate.com. Also shout out to our pirate radio with Captain Happy. Please visit his website at deviateradio.com. That's deviateradio.com. And again, shout out to my friend who makes hot sauce. Please visit his website at samshouse.com. That's samshouse.com. SAMSAHOUSE.com. So our guest today, she is a level 60 Resto Tauren Shaman from Purge. And our conversation mostly took place in queuing Altaric Valley and joining Altaric Valley Battlegrounds. And I was on my mage and she was on her druid. So we figured, what the heck, we would queue and quest when we wait. So you might hear some stuff from questing in Altaric Valley or capturing towers and doing objectives. And also, while we waited, we went over to Western Plaguelands, so you might catch a little bit of the conversation in that as well. So, yeah. Please welcome Lavation.
It says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish. You give him
I'm just headed towards Iceblood Graveyard.
I still haven't memorized the names on these. Just by...
The one that's like just south of mid.
Oh, you're here.
Yes, I was trying to buff people, but now I'm out of mana and I can't do anything.
It's always the case. Well, there's like 5 alliance that killed me over here. It's kind of overkill. I'm only level 53. I almost got away. You saw it too. Okay, you might be able to help with this. Discord right now, it's like going nuts. It's like doing like it's making some noises like I'm getting messages, but I'm not. What the heck is going on? No, I'll sheep him. Oh no, I got charmed.
I think I'm pretty much relegated to just buffing people and fairy firing people.
That's good. I'll just try to sheep people. Last time I was here, some level 60 Grand Marshal had like 5% or maybe even like 2% health. And I was chasing him. Or it was a she. So I was chasing her. She turned around and saw me and just one shot killed me.
Nice.
Yep.
Makes you feel powerful, doesn't it?
It does. Did you get exalted with lava then or no?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Have to get that Lay of the Life Giver.
Yeah, that's nice. There's I think there's a frost brush version of that for mages.
Oh,
frost
something
damage.
to look forward to.
Yep. I want to get the epic mount though, because it's only like 600 gold.
You say only, like I...
Well,
I wish I had that.
Yeah, I know. It's still a lot. Oh, a rogue.
But it is a lot less than the alternative ways of getting one.
Yes. I like to use the connotation. I'm just saying only, just to maybe think that you won't need much as much gold to farm. It's still kind of a lot, but
Yeah. I don't know. I got so burnt out on farming anything months ago that I don't have like any money.
oh no.
I don't know. Now that I'm on night shift, though, I should farm things because there'll be less competition. But what? Lotuses, I guess?
You could just join the GDKP. There's one on Sunday.
I will,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not going to pay for a mount by itself.
But not by itself. But if you went in there 2 weeks in a row, you'd be good to go.
That's true. I did make like 400 gold or something
There you
doing that.
go.
Yeah.
And what's your profession with Kuma-chan? How do you say it?
Kuma-chan.
Kuma-chan.
Uh, she is a Skinner herber.
Perfect.
Because I figure that I have a huge stockpile of leather. Because I know that everybody's gonna want those drums or whatever.
Right, yeah. And you probably get saving that to sell in auction house, or is it gonna be like your own thing
No,
for?
I'm saving it to sell.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I just don't know when to sell. It doesn't. I'm really illiterate, with like economics and business stuff.
Well, at least you're saving it for that. Before, when we played classic, like started playing classic, we didn't even know like we were supposed to save stuff. Like back then, back in vanilla when I played, it was the same thing. I
Yeah,
was pretty oblivious with that until later on finding out that's really important. So like, as the same
I
with
feel like
most of everybody else. You know.
yeah, I feel like maybe I should try to like I don't know, figure out what people will need uh at the launch of TBC and try to get that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now at least I know, or I can do a little bit of research on what to get before getting into TBC stuff. Like apparently the best items before going into like 10-man raid, 25-man raid on phase
Yeah.
one. Nax gear is like the best. So we're gonna have that. So.
Speaking of, you're a good person to ask this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, I don't know, I have like a learning disability when it comes to like gear, knowing what I should be going for, what's best, all that stuff. I just
Mm-hmm.
can't, I can't like keep it in my head. I don't know. But now I finally last night made all of the tier 3 stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I have, which is everything except the legs. So
Mm-hmm.
I do have the 8 set, and 15 MP5 seems really useful.
Mm-hmm.
um so like when do I use the tier 3 set, or do I just use pieces? Like, tell me what to do,
Well,
please.
I always, for me, it has been like really, like mana wise. If you want to save a lot of mana, especially for patch work, it's perfect for the 8-piece 3 set. Even if you're chain healing, that's what I noticed when I was healing him, and I was still on. I was on like a little bit on par with the best healers that we have. We're talking about the priest and other shamans like Jom or Xylus. If we really want to keep up with them, which I don't think it's necessary because look at that, we won.
No way.
Sweet. So I don't think it's necessary to have all of the shamans have 2.5, but that would be like the perfect idea is to get all of us in 2.5 gear plus spending a lot of mana pots. That's the key to like all the fights. If we wanted to do that, if I wanted to do that, and I think some of our shamans switch out some gears here and there. I noticed a couple of switches to their T3 on Gothic, on it would be Gothic, Lotheb. Who else is like the mana efficient, sufficient fights? I can't think of any. Maybe Thaddeus, because you need a lot of mana in there. I mean, despite the fact that it's a healing fight, getting a lot of mana. And like I said, if you have a lot of mana pots, you can get by using 2.5 most of the time. But
Well, that's another thing is that like I don't have any demonic runes. Like you know, I haven't since like February. I don't know. It's been a long time.
yeah, they're kind of you need the time and effort to kind of go in there to farm them too. So for me, if you have Mage Blood Potion and what's that,
Mana oil.
mana oil, and if you put your eight set pieces on, and chain heal during
Like Thaddeus or something.
Thaddeus patchwork,
Then you can
especially
just keep on going.
yeah, especially patchwork. You just keep on going on rank 1, 2, 3, rank 1, rank 3 chain heals on him. Like I do like rank 1 heals whenever it's like I just kind of guess on when to use rank 3 or something, cuz I have so much keys on bound to my action bars that I have to click my mana pots. So sometimes I have to use rank 3 healing just to do that, because shift click for me is rank 1 chain heals on my click add-on, and I don't have that on my cast bar.
Yeah. No, I have a lot that is just click bound, not on my bars.
You want to queue
But I
again?
also Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm gonna fly to Arathi. Wait, no, that's not the right place.
Did you just fly there?
Yes.
Oh.
But I did the stop request. I don't know if there's a stop on the way.
Yep, there is, to the Tyrant Mill.
Good. That's perfect. That's where I wanted to go.
Actually, I'm not gonna queue. You queue us over there, so that we'll end up over there after the match, and you can complete your quest after you grab it.
Oh, so smart.
Yes. But yeah, going back to the healing thing, I appreciate the when you think that I might be the best person to ask that, but I just go in for I guess the meme of it, eight set 3 tier 3. I know it's not well, it's amazing with the mana regeneration. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing is like, see, part of my problem and why like I'll never be as good as, Jim or whoever is that like I just sort of heal by like instinct or whatever. It's not I don't know, I don't watch the numbers of like what my total mana pool is and this spell costs this much so I can cast this many and like I don't know.
prediction.
Yeah, I don't
Hmm.
know. So I don't have as good a sense of that. So I do run out of mana, before a fight is over often. Um,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I don't know. I'm not doing as well as
And the
other
thing
people. So
about
like
that
having that
is,
much more, it would be a lot
yeah,
better.
yeah, and the thing about that is, I think that we do need people, shamans who has 2.5 in some, especially for like maybe trash fights, because it seems like that's more of our intensive fights. When it comes to raiding
Yeah.
next, is always the trash.
So I guess it's like a question of you know, burst, like, you know, for max HPS, it's the 2.5 since you get more chain heals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if it's for the sustain, tier 3 is better because you've got all the MP5. Is that
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
is
And
totemic power? What is totemic power? Like, because I saw that that was part of the like tier bonus, but I was like, I don't even know what that means.
yeah, so totemic power gives a like a small chance of gaining a totemic power, which depends on each class. If you,
Oh,
let's say, if you heal a mage, I think they would have a chance of getting a buff. I think 60 spell power,
oh
or
wow. Because I cast it
yes,
on myself to see what it would do, and it seemed to do like additional
yeah,
MP5,
that's
which was nice.
25. Yep, 25 MP5 for shamans, druids, priest. For mages, warlocks,
It's the
it's
spell power thing.
spell power. I think it's maybe 30 spell power. I'm not positive on that, but on warriors, I think it's like 500 armor. Rogue hunters 60 attack power or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that does seem pretty nice no matter who you're working with.
yeah, it is. But the only the only benefit on that is for the tanks because they mostly get healed with healing wave and lesser healing wave. And
Yeah, you're mostly chain healing everybody else. Yeah.
yeah, so that I don't know why they did that. If if they added that in chain heals, that would have been like really perfect. That would have been like really good for everyone.
Yeah, because it's not a very big chance, right?
Nope.
So, like, they could have even made it that it's only your primary target on the chain heal or something. But they didn't
Yeah.
do that.
No, they didn't. They did not. I don't know what they're thinking. Whoever made that, it's just maybe it's one of those things that they're they added because of it's already like 2.5 is already really really good. So they're like, oh, since we buffed 2.5, maybe we should just do something dumb with the tier 3, even if it's like an axe gear. Shamans tier 3 is like the worst, but the mana regeneration is really really good.
Well, I'll admit, like, I've been playing with the idea of at least putting on like two pieces or something, just when I'm like twisting,
Mm-hmm.
because that really does eat up a lot of, you know, mana, and it would be nice to have that reduction, I would
Mm-hmm.
think, because that
Yeah, it's really
this
good
thing is
for
like a constant tick, taking away.
yeah, it's really good for twisting. Really really good for twisting. So I guess that didn't drop you to the tyrant mill. You flew
No,
straight to the
sorry, I'm
Lavation.
on my way back, but it's only like I only have a minute more flight.
Oh, it's alright. I was curious. I was just curious. It didn't stop you there. It didn't land from there for your first stop or whatever.
Although I am also tempted to try to. Well, I don't know. Yeah, never mind. Okay. I will land at Terran Mill. I will get the things. I will queue us up.
Do you have the ring, right? Shaman ring.
I do, yes. The Earth
So
Shatter ring.
so you have all your 8 set or your all your gear but the leggings you said, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Do you have your tier 2 leggings?
Yes,
If you how many tier 2 you have? I assume you have 8 8.
I
You have
do.
all of them. Okay. Well, this is what I do now for since I have the ring and I have like 9 set. Since I had the ring, I use 3 of those tier 2 set for the bonus chain heal, and I use 6 pieces of the tier 3.
Earth Shatter. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I use
That's
most
your
of the
just
time
sort of
now.
general, like what I would use. Because right now, obviously, I do my 5 set of 2.5 and 3 of tier 3.
Mhm.
And then I just have 2 cauterizing bands. Those are my rings. But
Mhm.
so you're saying I should just like swap out the 2.5 for 3? Give that a
Yeah,
try?
if you're looking for more mana efficiency and you don't have a lot of consumables to use, that's really really good for that.
Well, I definitely feel the lack of demonic runes, because I
Mhm.
basically do on fights, even sometimes on trash, I basically use mana pots on cooldown.
Yeah, I do. I don't use demonic runes unless it's an emergency or we're at patch. I only use it on patch because I don't need it. I have like you said, you can tell the difference. Plus I have the trinket, the 16 mana per 5 seconds that drops
Oh,
from
from
a next
Dire
ship.
Maul. Oh, the Oni one.
Yeah, yep, the
Oh,
only one.
yeah, I've never actually been there when it dropped, I don't think.
Yeah,
I must have at some point, maybe 2 years ago.
and that's a lot of mana, and I use that
Oh, yeah.
on some occasions. Sometimes like I don't really need it because the I have consumes to use. I have mana oil and mage blood potion. That's enough for me. But sometimes I just put it on for the sake of it, see what happens.
Yeah. I I just I'm sad that I haven't even been able to get the Dire Maul West trinket.
Is that the book or whatever?
No, it's oh man, I'm blanking on the name, but it's an MP5 thing. Like
Oh,
it's the
I
best
think I know what you're talking
MP5.
about. Yeah, never had that actually. I never had that trinket.
Should I get the capture a mine stuff? I feel like I've never captured a mine.
Yeah, I get it. I haven't captured the mine either. That's always like my last one to do. Maybe we can both do it because
Yeah,
I cannot solo that area. And I've
perhaps we'll
captured
try.
it a couple of times, but apparently it's bugged.
What?
So yeah,
Lame.
go figure, right? Phase 6, Altaric Valley, bugged.
Gotta get that classic experience, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I don't
by the
actually know.
way,
Mm-hmm.
you probably already know, right?
Know what?
Okay. Uh, is it okay if I make this into an episode?
Oh, sure.
Sweet. I also trapped Fall. Remember Folly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of trapped him into going to a podcast. He didn't really say anything about it after I asked him. It was kind of the same situation. I started recording and asked his permission. It was just like, oh, I don't know. And then we just kept talking. He took
Yeah.
me. He took me to my first jump run.
Yeah, I think I listened to that episode.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know
I
why he
remember.
quit?
I don't. I never know. I assume that people just reassess their priorities and decide that WoW isn't one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes I used to feel like playing this game too much, but I kind of control it now, like here and there. I like I'm supposed to. I have like a laptop upstairs. I'm supposed to get rid of that because you know playing too much for me, and I'm leveling this mage now.
How
This
are
is
you
my.
enjoying the mage experience?
It's really nice. It's really addicting. The farming alone. I died a lot trying to kind of master it. I'm still learning to,
Oh,
but
yes, that's the thing. Whenever I watch the, farming runs that mages do, I think about how steep the learning curve must be to get it right.
yeah, there's a lot of. I think I think if you're lucky, you can do a lot of it. I think it's mostly that because it has something to do with the resistance of the mobs. If you get a bunch of them and one resist, you pretty much have to reset it. Otherwise, the flow is gonna break and you might die if you keep going. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the deal with that. And I have been getting resisted a lot, uh, just uh just out of pure luck. But
Yes,
otherwise
there is.
the yeah, but otherwise the learning curve is not too bad. You only need to know one, two, maybe three buttons or four, and that's it.
Wow.
And the jumps are like easy. It's like, have you ever missed a jump doing Thaddeus? Not to put you on the spot.
I actually haven't. I am always terrified that I will, but so far, knock on wood, I have
Mm-hmm.
made it every time.
That's good. That's like that. It's pretty much just like that every time you do like the jump from one place to another. You know how if you've seen may just jump from one area to another by just like, you know, 2 feet or two stride. They would jump in and they would. It's like a technique where the mobs would follow them, and the mobs can't get you on that side, so they have to turn around and get you on the other side. Like one example is in Zul'Farrak. There's the graveyard area there. There's a little wall that you have to jump onto, and it's an L wall, and in the middle of that, in the corner of that, there's like a little point that you can't just walk across. You'd have to jump on the other side. So when you jump on the other side, if mobs are trying to get you, they'll come on that side, and then if you jump on the other side, they won't they can't follow you in the same path. They'd have to like turn around and find a new path to follow you, and it takes them at least 10 seconds to get to you. So that's what it is. Just keep blizzard on them and slow them down.
Yeah,
Have you leveled the
well,
mage?
that's no, I have a mage, but he's only level 22 or something like that, so he's still a baby.
Mm-hmm. To 6 more levels, you'll be able to. No, not 6, 22. That should be
He might be 26 actually. I don't know. He's 20 something.
okay. Because I don't
Clearly,
remember.
I've played him a lot.
Yeah, because I don't remember if what level you can start doing that at at
I think I've
Arathi
always heard
Highlands.
that 30 is when you do
The
when you
Hillsbed.
start getting into the serious um AoE stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe even less. Or maybe 32, something. I don't know. Hillsbrad Fields, that's where I started doing that. And I died a
Yes,
lot in there.
on Kumachan, I have observed some nice, AoE farming.
Wait, I think I saw you there one time.
You may
This
have.
mage. I think I remember that. I think you were there.
I have been there once or twice.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I should keep I should keep on my leveling. Hold on. I need to get some beer. I'll be back.
Okie dokie.
I think I have the quest here. I don't know if I guess I'm level 53. I think I have the quest in Western Plaguelands. Scarlet Diversions. But I do not have. Oh, the Flame in the Bottle. I do that. I have that. And I have the Scourge Banner.
I think I'm going to grab a drink for our Q pops. I will be
Oh,
right
sure.
back.
Go ahead.
Okay, I am ready for the next thingy.
All right.
Are you going to keep maining a shaman in the TBC?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I'm always been a huge proponent of shamans. Ever since I started leveling one from Burning Crusade. I was on Alliance back then.
You were?
Yep, in vanilla.
May
That's
I
how.
ask why? I'm always curious.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I got World of Warcraft, it was through my cousin. It was 2005. It was
That sounds about right.
2005. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about this game. He's like, dude, you should get World of Warcraft. I'm like, what's that? It's like this was within our, in my Counter Strike era, where it was really popular and the new Call of Duty, or the old Call of Duty, the first game, and we play like first person shooters, including Battlefield 1941 or 1942. That's our era right there. It's just for first person shooter. Enjoy playing the games, and he just, I think it was, we haven't like really hung out for maybe 3-4 months after he called me up and he came over and to my house and to mention that game. It's like, you should get this game, World of Warcraft. I'm just like, okay. It's like, well, I'll try it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna pick one up at the Walmart store. This is where they used to sell all these games in World of Warcraft games, and you just grab in the store with the install disc. So he got me one. Came over and installed it, and I was looking through the characters, and while I was talking to him, he's like, so what are you gonna pick? What are you gonna pick? I'm like, I'm gonna pick an orc. I want an orc because I think that's my class. That's my guy, orc hunter.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, the thing is, like, I forgot to tell you about this game. Well, if you should not love or pick a orc hunter or like a orc, because we won't be able to talk. I'm Alliance, and
Oh.
so I'm like, shit. I'm like, fine, fine. I just want to play with you, and fine, I'll go into the alliance area and find my guy, I guess. And I end up picking up a night elf hunter, and that's when it started. It just leveled up and with him and uh our
Yeah, well,
new.
that's a very reasonable reason, I think, to play Alliance is if you have IRL friends that you want to play with and they play Alliance, I mean, you can't play with them really,
Mhm.
unless you are as
Mhm.
well.
And then like a couple of weeks later, after playing this, do you know we have a new member here, Burgle Weist.
Hmm.
He's my real life friend who
Oh,
we introduced World of Warcraft to like a couple of weeks later that I played. So he started leveling a Night of Warrior, and we were all in the same server back in Argent Dawn. Did you play vanilla?
yes, a little bit. I played a, I started with a druid and I ended up with a priest.
Mhm.
But I only got to level 58 because I didn't have any like IRL people that played, and I just had trouble,
Mhm.
you know, figuring out. I couldn't find a good group to play with.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna try to keep you alive while you kill things.
Yes, it's getting intense. And then it popped.
Yep, clock's ticking.
Should we go?
I can hibernate this hyena if you want to kill that guy.
Okay. I'm kind of out of mana. Let's just go.
Ah, fair enough.
All right. Sorry. So what we're talking about? Vanilla. Vanilla. 58. You can't find people to play with.
Yeah, and I just, every time I queued, I went, I tried to find a group for a dungeon. It was a lot of effort, and, it was a real crapshoot whether we would actually do the dungeon at all or if we would finish it for sure, because for every good group of random people I came across, there were at least three terrible groups,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually I just kind of gave up. And then when TBC came, I thought I'd give it another try. Um, but I still, I don't know.
Was in
I
the
was
same
very
situation,
successful.
maybe.
Yeah, never got a good guild or anything.
You didn't raid or anything like that at all. Just kind of hang around and.
Nope. I'm sure I probably would have, if I had found, you know, a guild that was worthwhile. But that's not what happened.
So when you, oh, what's this?
A necklace. And then I came back a little bit before the launch of Legion, and that is when I tried Shaman and I fell in love and have never looked back.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah. So yeah, for me, yeah, I
I
forgot to
feel
mention about
silly
that.
that I didn't play a Shaman originally because it's by far my favorite to play.
It's just I think it has something to do with just so much, not so much selection, but plenty of selection, but so much details. If you go into one, you have to read like their details and what they do, and you kind of have to think about what the hell that is, because that's like really unknown. You got a hunter that says you can tame pets. You have like a bow, mastery bow and arrow and guns, but it's like what's you have don't really have the an idea on the experience of what you're getting into when you pick that class. There's so much stuff that in that's probably in the back of your mind that's not. I'm trying to word it out into like a proper term, but I don't think there's. It's unexplained. You can't really explain it. Not like, not like now where you know the classes. When I started in classic, I know what to pick right away. But then I struggled
Yeah.
because I don't know what to pick. I didn't have like a handy book with me to read all the information in, and even if I did have it, I mean, am I gonna read it?
Yeah, all I had to go off of was basically the Blizzard website. That's how I selected my race and class, was like, this sounds, cool, like what I want to be.
Mm-hmm. With your druid on that first time, or was it you're talking about your shaman?
I was a druid. That was my first character ever in vanilla.
Did you kind of feel like you should have maybe you should have leveled another like a different class, or did you regret leveling a druid?
I wouldn't say I regretted it. I did enjoy it, but it was one of those things, it's hard to imagine for the younglings these days that there wasn't all the information possible available all the time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
about everything about the game. So, I needed so when I would get into dungeon groups and they would say like, "Oh, a druid, you can't like heal as a druid, make a priest." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's what I have to do."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after knowing about shamans and on my alliance character, like this was when I quit like mid. I think Nax came out and I quit after that or something back in vanilla days.
Did you
And
raid in vanilla?
yeah, I did molten core, BWL, a little bit of AQ. No, yeah, AQ was the one that I quit actually. Yes, I remember that because we only killed like two bosses on that, and then they just kind of it wasn't. I think I was like mostly depressed, and it was too much for me. Like I played a lot, like talking like maybe like 12 hours a day, like a lot.
Yeah,
So
that is the scary thing about this game, is that it can just eat up your whole life because it's so vast and so deep. Like there's just so much.
it is so much. Yes, like before I even thought about like the idea of not playing this game anymore. I was just like I was having fun at the same time because I get to play with my friends. Just the whole deal.
Yeah.
And after quitting, because it has something to do with like maybe I should do something else because I didn't have a job. I needed to get a job. I was like 19. I was turning 20 or something. I was just like, oh shit, I gotta get a job. So you get a job, and later on, a stable job. I think 2 years into the job, Burning Crusade was coming out. I'm just like, I'm gonna play that game. So I'll be back in the game. I have a stable job now. I feel okay, and I started playing again. And I actually did the research on it. I wanted to be a shaman right then, and yeah, it's been really an awesome experience. From Unfortunately, of course, I was a Draenei shaman,
Yeah.
and I
Well, I
love.
bet that gift of the Naru's nice.
Yeah, it's alright. If on the shaman side, it's okay since I could already heal myself. But if you're like a different class, it would benefit more, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, it's alright. It's good, and I love the little area that you level to 20 until you get out of there and you get to see the other areas again that you leveled with back in vanilla, and
The
that's what I
Draenei
play.
starting area?
Yeah, this is how I found out about the two-headed white dog that was on there. It's like the last uh quest that you gotta do on level 20. That dog, you gotta kill it, and this was when they introduced hunters could tame exotic pets,
Ooh,
and
cool.
you can tame that thing. So I did that. After I seeing that, I'm like, I'm gonna tame this guy. I'm getting my hunter in here. I'm gonna tame this guy. So I had that guy tamed. Everybody had it, I think.
Because it was cool.
Yeah, it didn't breathe like I don't know if it breath frost damage or something like that. I think, but it was kind of cool seeing that the first time. Like seeing the game that I really loved, progress into an expansion is just something else. It's just like, oh, another
Yeah.
fucking world out there. World of Warcraft within itself was addicting enough, and then they added more stuff. It's just so mind-boggling. It was just like, holy shit, it's too much. Yep, I did more of that playing, raiding, Karazhan, raided.
I am very excited for Karazhan.
Yeah, Karazhan is probably one of my favorite.
I just I played a little bit in TB play it just before Legion. Um
What'd you say?
and
You cut up in there. Sorry.
oh sorry, I got Legion, like that was when I played again.
Mm-hmm.
And I so like one of the things in their dungeons is a like return to Karazhan. So that
Mm-hmm.
was my first experience with Kara.
Oh, I see. That's cool. That's when they didn't have the chess because they took that out.
The chest?
Did they take that out and return to Kara, or was it there? It's like a chess match.
Oh, chess. Sorry, I
Yes.
heard chest with a T,
Yeah, that's what I
and
said.
that's why I was
Sorry.
confused. Yeah. Yeah, they had the chess match.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I
Yeah, it
like.
all just seemed really cool. Like I really wanted to, you know, give it a shot.
What about you? Are you gonna stay as a shaman?
Oh, yes. Um, when I played Shaman, it was really cool to me. Something just like intuitively clicked about how you heal, specifically Resto Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a healer at heart in real life and outside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but sorry,
Outside,
I'm
you mean like you're a
outside of my
nurse,
real
right?
life, I guess. Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
I just like healing. It's what I like to do. But there was just something that clicked with me with the shaman stuff that just didn't with other stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome having a shaman. I mean, it's not I won't say powerful in terms of, the optimized damaged damage dealers, but they're really good in PvP. And my first my first pact was an elemental. That's how I fell in love with being an elemental. I didn't really go resto until classic started. So yeah, but now like all the chain healing is just it's just pretty amazing to me.
Oh, did you queue on your own?
Nope. I
'Cause
got
it
the
says
Q
that.
though.
Well, can you
Oh wait,
un?
wait, wait. I think I did. That was just a habit. Sorry. Okay,
I was
Q
trying
now.
to click it. I wasn't fast enough, I guess.
That's all right. There we go.
There we go.
Thank you. But yeah, sorry to put you on the spot. This is what I
No,
this is what I do.
I should have realized. I should have.
Nah.
I'm just excited for TBC because it means I'll get to, be a healer in dungeons again, which I think is my favorite and where I feel like shamans really have a chance to shine. I guess nobody really has a chance to shine in raids so much. I feel like every class, what you do in raid is a very pared down, simple version of what your class is capable of. Um, like warlocks just cast Shadow Bolt and like that's all they do.
Hmm.
We just can't cast Chain Heal and that's all we do. But in dungeons, you get to, use the full versatility. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to do that again.
yeah, me too. Especially when Earth Shield's gonna come out. Then it's gonna be tight. Tanks are gonna
Yeah.
appreciate us more. We don't have to do like preemptive heals to them. They're gonna have Earth Shield right away.
Yeah, and of course, Bloodlust.
Bloodlust, yeah, that's true.
It's weird because, as someone who came to shaman stuff, in Legion, which is pretty late in the game,
Hmm.
lust is such a, key component of like what makes someone a shaman.
That's
um,
true.
it feels weird not to have it. That and Spirit Link. I miss Spirit Link more than I can say.
The Spirit Link, remind me again what that is.
It's such a unique and very powerful ability. It's a totem that you place down, and there's like a circle around it, and it basically equalizes the damage of everyone in the raid. So if like one person was going to get their entire health taken out in one blow, but everyone in the raid is in the circle, it spreads that damage out so that everyone just takes a little hit in something that
Oh,
would
I
have
see.
killed one person. Um,
That's in
so
TBC.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it came
Okay.
in later, but
Okay.
in Legion, it was like, it's just such a powerful cooldown. In raids, it was invaluable. There were things where it's like, as a raid, you pretty much have to have Spirit Link to survive because
Hmm.
otherwise people are going to get just, you know, deleted.
Yeah, I do like a lot of the instant heals for shaman too, like the hats, ancestral spirit, and the other ones that like drench you in water that heals you
Yeah,
too.
Riptide, I think it's called.
Riptide, yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's good.
cool.
That's good stuff, and it's real beneficial for PvP too, because
Yeah.
when you change into wolf, it's like instant. You should use a spec, you can instantaneous cast on that. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, when I first played in Classic and I learned that there was a cast time on that and B could only be used at outside,
Mm-hmm.
I was very annoyed.
Yeah. Yep, that's classic for you.
Yeah. Lame.
Have you tried Elemental?
Not really. I actually started leveling a separate shaman to try out the elemental
Mm-hmm.
thing, but I never really got around to it
Uh,
because
mm-hmm.
I feel like you know, it seems silly, but I don't know anything, to respec seems like such a thing, such a big effort for something that I then like have no idea how to play. But I
That
guess I
seems
need to if I want to learn.
yeah, that seems to be the key now to level another uh class, the same class, just to save gold. If you don't really want to spend a lot of gold respecting and stuff like that, shit that can get you like to oh crap that can get you to like hundreds of golds just to trying to respect.
Yes, which, as we've discussed, I do not have.
Mm-hmm. And even with
But I
people
also
that
think, sorry,
God,
go ahead.
even with people who has the gold, pretty skeptical on trying to respect all the time whenever they want to PvP or want to farm or want to heal or whatever they need to do.
Yeah, it certainly adds up. But I was going to say that I was leveling a shaman, like cost aside, just because I do feel like I at least get a much more in-depth sort of understanding of the flow and everything if I, uh, level it up from nothing. Like I get a more in-depth sense of the different ranks of spells and what spells to use when and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it only works if I actually do it.
For sure. Same thing. I mean, it's kind of our job just to click and heal, and chain heals is just so overpowered. We don't click anything else but chain heals. I mean, we do healing waves, but if you look at like the logs and stuff, there's like 80% cast on chain heals most of the
Hmm.
time. We
Well,
can
it is
get
a very powerful spell.
it is very, especially with 2.5 and 3 piece of to tier
Tier
2.
2, yeah.
That is like the idea of just pure healing and parsing. That's all you need if you have a lot of mana pots and consumables to use.
Well, I also, something that I didn't really appreciate, because obviously in Legion, everybody has AoE heals of some kind, et cetera, et cetera. But in
Mm-hmm.
Classic, leveling a priest, I sort of appreciate more that shamans sort of have a uh, you know monopoly on the raid healing of people not in your group.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the only ones that can cast something that will potentially heal multiple people, but whoever needs healing in the vicinity. That's druids don't really have that sort of thing. Priests don't have that sort of thing because prayer of healing is only those in your group, so everyone else is just on their own.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people missed or not realizing is that the uniqueness of classic made it a lot better than having classes having common in terms of getting the same type of spell or a healing spell or any form of any attacks. Like you said, only shamans has that ability to AoE, not in your
Yes, and
group.
only certain classes can decurse, like in Legion, every class pretty much could undo everything. There was
Mm-hmm.
nothing special about it.
And yeah, they went in the wrong kind of path on doing just it would have been. I don't know if it would have been the same thing if another company got a hold of World of Warcraft. I wonder what would have happened. It might have been the same thing, but I wish that it didn't go in that direction where you know. But then there's a lot of things that that they could have missed. I think part of that is just a gamble on what they really wanted to do. They don't know how it's gonna affect things until they do it. And a good thing
Yeah.
about that is maybe they can redo it again. Hence, classic
Yeah.
came out, another do over, and this classic has been really really great. Has been, would you say, successful?
Well, it certainly brought me back.
Yeah, me too. I've been playing it for a year. This is the longest subscription I've had
Oh,
since
wow.
Burning Crusade, at least. Because whenever there's an iteration of expansions, I check it out just because I love World of Warcraft, and I want to play the game and want to know the storyline, and it's been kind of nice doing that, just getting into the game, and after um Lich King came out, I played that too, and quit after maybe like in 4 months or something. Same thing with Cataclysm. Just want to check it out, and I never realized, the most important thing for me anyway in the game, it was the community. It has something to do with just attaching yourself into just people that you play with, and that is a lot of benefit in that. Like right now, you and I are talking about this kind of stuff, and that's pretty amazing to me. It's just, and also like adding into this, creating content, even if it's just like a small thing. It doesn't benefit me, but it benefits. Well, actually, it does benefit me because the experience, but it benefits a lot of people that in our server, just because it's a small server, not that no one cares who I have on. They, some people would listen to it, some people wouldn't. But it's just the thing that I wanted to like to do for this server.
Yeah, and I do think it's one of the things that makes our server so special.
Hmm. And one of the other things that I even like before I created this the podcast is that, what am I gonna name it? I thought about just naming the podcast as Deviate Delight Podcast, but I don't want to be the guy who represents our server. It seems like it seems like, oh, I own this Deviate Delight. Follow me. Like I had that kind of feeling that it felt like that. I know I shouldn't feel that way, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know a lot of going on in the server that I am. Uh oh, Alliance killed us, huh? Okay,
Assholes.
we got a couple of people. Just run.
I'm trying.
Hey, you got away. Yeah, I died so many times in here in this area, just because
I
Alliance
can
could.
res you, I think. Did they literally come just to murder us and then ran away?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, crap. We could have taken them down. But yeah, I was saying I don't want to be the guy who represent our server because I don't know enough about the stuff that's happening in here. And I'm like, I don't want to be the guy who gets to report on the things that's happening because I can't really keep up on what's going on in our guild, let alone the whole server.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure any one person can keep up with everything. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so much.
it has to be like a group of people, I think, on either side.
Yes, I leave it up to the staff of the Daily Deviant.
There you go. They've been around for a while too. It's amazing.
Yes.
Are they still around? Okay, we gotta. Here, I'm gonna AOE this a little bit. If you see an alliance, just go
Enter the battle.
into the battlegrounds.
I do like having Hurricane. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice. Pretty good damage too, I assume.
Oh,
Pretty good XP.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
you're
certainly better than
rested,
I'd be
right?
getting on my own. Yep.
Alright, let's go in before we miss it.
Yes, and I think I will actually focus on trying to do the quest this time.
Okay, I'll help you. Sorry.
No,
Just
I
talking.
realized I just, was on autopilot running towards mid and stuff. And then I
Plus,
was
we were
like, oh yeah,
talking too. Kind of get
sure.
distracting.
I'll take that. Sure.
You know what I do here? It's kind of an asshole move. I'm not gonna do it, but I would set up a port here and tell people to click it for a summon, and you'll see people leave the raid. I did it like a couple of times, and 3 people left that last time I did it. So I kind of starting like, oh shit, maybe I should do that. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, so
It's
what
a
quest
pro
do you?
troll move.
Yes, it is. You want to do the cave one so you can get your trinket?
Trinket. Yes, please.
Let's do that one. Yes. Oh, we can actually AoE this area here. You want to heal it, right?
I can heal you if that's what you need.
So how you liking your shift? Is
So
it better?
far, so good.
Is it better? Do you get more raid times? I noticed that you're in more for the next raids now.
Well, except on Tuesdays, which I can't I'll like never be able to make a Tuesday again, but
Oh, that's all right. Those are our starting point anyway. There's no KT in there, so and Saffron.
I would like the guild to be able to get down to a one night Nax eventually.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? That was our
It really would.
first attempt to do it. One nighter. That wasn't too bad, to be honest. I mean, last time we cleared that area, it was 3 hours killing 12 boss, I think. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. You know, that's the funny thing is I was trying to get Equi into the podcast for a long time. And it's just the schedule wasn't just matching up. Whenever I would message him, he's tired because of rating and talking and stuff like that. It was just not like a good time every time. So I mean, I'm still kind of waiting for a chance to interview him, but
Well,
not.
that should be better now, at least that,
Hmm.
I think he's naturally inclined to be more nocturnal.
Hmm.
And so now that like that's our official life,
For sure.
hopefully it'll be easier to catch him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did interview him that one time, the Purge interview. So
Yes, that was a good episode. I liked it.
yeah, that was like my longest one too. I was just like, yeah, I was worried that people won't listen to him because
Well, there
it's
were a
like,
lot of people.
yeah, 2 hours and a half.
I do really like that as a druid I can do whatever needs doing. That's why I made a druid. Again, I was thinking ahead for TBC so
Hmm.
that if people needed a tank, I could tank, you know, I could sort of fulfill whatever role needed doing.
Nice. What are you gonna use your first boost for your free boost? Have you thought about that?
Oh, I didn't even realize I got one.
Yeah, for TBC. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna give everyone a free boost to level 58.
Oh,
Classes only for you can only level one as not uh Draenei and Blood Elf.
Blood Elf.
Yep.
Well, that's okay. I've never been. I was kind of sad when TBC came out because I do think that the Draenei look cool and I would have liked to have been one, but
Hmm.
nah.
Yeah, the Blood Elf ones are okay because I like the male Blood Elves because they dance like Napoleon Dynamite. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that. Um, but yeah, let's see. So if it boosts you to 58, maybe I'll do my mage. It would be nice to have somebody to provide water and pour and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he wouldn't run ahead when I have no mana, but
Typical warriors.
yeah. That's one thing that I don't think people appreciate. They're like, "Oh, a druid, cool, you can heal." And it's like, "Well, I'm a feral druid, so I'm going to have to drink a lot."
Mm-hmm. How much mana do you have to use to shapeshift? It's a lot, right?
Um, well, I'm not.
No, no.
Oops. I was looking. I picked the wrong time. I was like, I'm just gonna look at my spell book and check.
Sorry about that.
No, that was my bad. I should have realized that that was not the time to do that.
We'll wait for you. We don't really have a healer. We don't have a choice. Raid
Eh,
boss, Rolf.
eh, eh.
Well, uh, hopefully there's no response. You're close here. Anyway, so let me check.
Yeah, and I can
Oh, stealth.
stealth by if need be, because druids can do it all. Oh
Did
no.
you die? Oh,
Well,
rogue.
now I did. Yeah, and they were almost dead. But they stun locked me pretty well. Maybe if
That's
I
alright.
stealth by. But they were also 60, so I don't know how that affects stealth. I assume it makes it easier for them to see me.
Yeah, they can see you, but if you're a little bit faded, they might not even bother ganking you.
find out.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like this game is almost done, though. I think they're going to be... There are a lot of alliance up here.
Oh yeah. Do you happen to be an alchemist?
Lava is?
Lava, sweet. Can you make blood potion and shadow protection?
Yes.
Awesome.
Do you need some?
Yes, I do. I have the mats and everything too.
Well, yeah, let's get it done. I
Response
know a lot of
coming up.
people are into sort of optimization, like what is the best racial, best, all that stuff, they're like min-maxing, deciding on like what their character is. But that's not how I created Lava. Lava's who, who I am, who I identify with, and that
Mm-hmm.
is an herbalist alchemist all the way.
Sweet. Kind of the same thing with me, even with picking um the race. Supposedly, troll shamans are like the best one for PvE.
Yeah, because of the berserking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna die again. This is a fool's errand.
Yeah, this might not be a successful attempt because there's a lot of them in here.
Yeah, and I will admit also the mini-map was confusing me a bit.
Mm-hmm. Crap. Oh, I'm like too far now. But hopefully the rogue can help you guys do
Nope,
that stuff.
they just stealth right past. They're just gonna tiptoe all the way to the thing.
Hmm.
Which I guess is, if I was smart, that's what I would do.
I I whispered her. Told her to go back for you guys.
Ah, she came back for us. How nice.
Because apparently she doesn't know what the cave was.
Oh,
She's
she
like,
was
I'm
just
just, yeah,
exploring?
something like
Interesting.
that. Yeah. Apparently she doesn't know. But kind of crazy, right? It's almost done probably. We might not have time, so just follow me. I'm gonna. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
yep.
Better luck next time.
Yeah.
I feel like I should queue from Undercity this time, though.
You want to do that? I can port you.
Yeah. Oh.
Here.
Mage is so useful.
It is. Should I just mail you that mats then? There's no rush. I mean, next till next week is like Tuesday, so
Yeah, if that would be easiest, that works for me. I can make him and mail him back.
cool. I bet that's the brawl, Talat's brawl.
Yes, he described it as Booty Bay Brawl.
Yes, yeah. Have you met Talat?
Uh, I'm pretty sure he's tried to murder me at some point.
Yeah, that's what he does. But have you met him through Discord?
No.
Yep, he's a pretty cool dude. I interviewed him actually.
Oh, I should look up that episode.
hmm It's a fun guy to talk to.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Is there a Discord for the RP event?
There is his Discord pest control, but I don't know if he adds a role play. Yep, I think so. Right. There you go. Tipsy Titan is it's an alliance driven role playing. Keldrick, I don't know if you know him. Keldrick is um, owns a pirate radio podcast in Alliance
Oh.
side. But yeah, those were the RP events gets posted most of the time.
Ah, good
But
to know.
also, in of course in our Deviate Delight server, Discord server, it get posted there too.
So, one more thing before I go to this RP event. Would you mind giving me a port to Thunder Bluff, please?
For sure.
I could be, less lazy and just get a flight, but
Nah, this is faster.
mages are so handy.
It is. It's amazing.
Maging.
Amazing. There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming into the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
The forced show, like you always do. Trying to force people in here.
I think it's more of a surprise show.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to bed. I'm really tired. I cleaned up our yard today. I didn't have a choice because I was keeping up with my retired neighbors who keeps their freaking lawn just like a golf course
Immaculate.
pretty much. Yeah. So I did a crappy job on mine, but it's cut and can't complain. But yeah, that kicked my ass.
Well, you deserve a good rest then. I hope you sleep well.
You too. You have fun on the in brawl. What is it called again?
Ubi called it Booty Bay Brawl.
Booty Bay Brawl.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Sweet. All right, Lava. We expect this episode to go out in. I'm not very good on posting these kinds of stuff. It takes like 3 days for me to do it sometimes, but I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Well, I will look forward to hearing it then, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, thanks again. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Good night.
Night.